In today's video, I'm sharing 3 quick and easy recipes for a busy family. So first recipe is protein pancakes. I did not show it, but I did do a couple scoops of protein powder. Mine happened to be the cookies and cream, but you can use whatever you have on hand. I am just opening up this new bag of pancake mix, and I'm just gonna follow the directions on the back of the bag. This one happens to be the Members Mark, and all you do is add water, but I like to add salt, cinnamon, and vanilla. After I add the water, I like to let it sit for a few minutes while my waffle and pancake maker heats up. So I have the Dash pancake maker and a Dash waffle maker, and these make the most fluffy pancakes, and we absolutely love them. So I'm just going to spray the makers. Now the pancake one doesn't need as much spray, but the waffle one definitely does, so I always spray that one. I am using a 1/4 cup measuring cup, and that is how I measure out my pancake mix. And it's usually just about the perfect amount. Sometimes the waffles cook over, but usually they're pretty good. We just serve this with some eggs and some bacon. Next recipe is a Big Mac salad. So I've seen this all over Pinterest and finally trying it. So I'm just cooking up my ground beef. I've got onion powder, garlic powder, and then this Kinder's buttery garlic and herb, and then I'm also adding some beef broth bouillon just to give it a little bit more flavor, because Big Macs do have a lot of flavor, so you want the meat to have quite a bit of flavor as well. I'm just going to use my mix and chop and make sure this is all cooked down, and then we will add the rest of our ingredients. While the burger is cooking, I am going to shred up some cheese. Traditionally, McDonald's obviously uses American cheese, but I have some mild cheese here. So I'm just going to use my little cheese shredder here. I love this. I got this off Amazon, and I use it all the time for various different things. Potatoes, onions, cheese, obviously, carrots, pretty much whatever you would want to shred. It also comes with a finer shred attachment, and then it also comes with like a mandolin attachment, so if you wanted to make like argot potatoes or something like that, you could also slice the potatoes. I'm going to go ahead and move back over to my ground beef. It is almost done, so we're going to go ahead and add our onions. I like to keep onions in the freezer just because I hate chopping onions, and if I can just do one big chop, then I will do it in a batch. Like I'll get a 3-pound bag of onions, and I'll chop it all at the same time with my little vegetable chopper, and then I'll just throw them all in the freezer, and then I have onions readily available whenever I want them. After my ground beef is fully cooked through, I'm just going to add some minced garlic. This is obviously optional, but garlic is good in everything, so I'm just going to cook that down until it turns white and fragrant. And then we're going to go ahead and assemble our bowls, which I did not film, but all it is lettuce, the ground beef, cheese, and then you use a Thousand Island dressing. And this turned out absolutely amazing. It was so delicious, and we added some dill relish on top as well. Next, we are making something that I get pretty much every time I go to a restaurant. It is called ACP, but it's basically chicken, cheese, and rice. I'm just making up a Mexican rice here. I know that there's a million different ways you can make Mexican rice, but I am using 2 cups of rice with 2 cups of liquid, and then I'm adding some chicken bouillon, and then I'm adding just a little bit of salsa and some onions, and I make rice in my Instant Pot every single time. It comes out perfect, but it is just a 1-to-1 ratio. So if you do 1 cup of rice, you do 1 cup of liquid, and so on. And then I do 5 minutes on high pressure, and then I let it naturally release for 10. And then when it's all done, then I will fluff it up, and it makes perfect rice. Earlier in the day, I went ahead and seasoned up my chicken. So I just did like garlic powder, onion powder, some paprika, and then I did some adobo sauce as well. And I think I actually ended up doing Cajun seasoning, which I would not do next time because it was very spicy, and my kids did not appreciate that. So anyway, I'm just making my chicken in the air fryer. This is my preferred method, and I use my meat thermometer to make sure that it comes up to temperature, which is 165 for chicken. And then once it's done, I'm going to go ahead and move it to a cutting board and cut it up into strips. And then I'm going to cut up the strips like in half so that they're not big slices, but they're also not like chunks, if it makes sense. You'll see it when I get it cut up, but that's usually how the Mexican restaurant does it. And I tried to get the slices as thin as possible, but you know, I'm not real good with this. So did the best I could, and then you just assemble your bowl. You've got your chicken, your cheese, and your rice. And the cheese that I used is actually from the refrigerated section at Walmart. It's just the Poncho's white queso, but I know Sam's Club has a version, and then I think there's also a brand called Gordo's that you could use as well, but it's all the same, and I think it all tastes delicious. So yeah, that is the end of this week's What's for Dinner. I really hope that you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure and give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, please subscribe. Other than that, I will see you in my next one. Bye.